So, tell us a little bit about COVID and how have you seen COVID affecting people with depression and anxiety, etc., when it started? Maybe now that it's getting a little, on the lower side in the United States of America. What is your experience and what is your advice to our viewers out there?
Sure. So when it started, obviously it was the fear of the unknown. This unknown virus came about and it was a pandemic and people had to quarantine. So that created a whole shift in people's psychological and social environment. So people lost jobs, people had a complete change in their children's education where, moms were sending their kids to school. Now the kids are going to school from home. So it created a huge change within the household itself. So it was everyone was dealing with a whole level of anxiety individually and collectively as a family and then as a society. Normal routines became completely different. Grocery shopping, cleansing routines, disinfecting routines. So that created a lot of anxiety in a lot of people, and it made things, people who had pre-existing mental health conditions, in some cases, it became a little bit more, a little bit more severe during this time. And then as time went on, people became a little bit more used to and adjusted to the COVID guidelines and things like that, and then came the vaccine. So once the vaccine came about, there was a lot of hysteria about the vaccine. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? What are the consequences of the vaccine? So there was a lot of pre and post anxiety related to the vaccine. And at some point, people felt that they have to get the vaccine because they felt that they had seen people getting COVID and what the consequences were. And at that point, to go back to their normal life, they got vaccinated. And then there was kind of an anxiety related to that. What's going to happen now that I got my vaccine? So I've seen a shift, it's kind of went up with the anxiety, and then it kind of people were starting to get used to it, and then the vaccine came about, and then they had a new type of anxiety about should we get the vaccine, should we not get it, are there after effects of it. So there was anxiety throughout, but now I think what's happening is the guidelines again are changing. So now people are afraid, do we leave our mask at home? Do we still wear a mask? What's going to happen? So it's still a fear of the unknown because this is all new. No one's used to this, even though we've had to deal with it for over a year now. But there's still a lot of worrying, panic, and hysteria about this.